18 Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, people. Well, we are back again for our next big video on the platform. You know, we had a false start, so we had to start it right. Yeah, we have a top notch, top shelf video to share with you. But firstly, let me take some time out to big up our sponsors. The sponsor for this video, as you know, is Trick Nick Cooks, right? Um, and you can use the code I am sure sports 001. And if you use that code, you get a 25% discount on all Trick Nick products. As you know, Trick Nick uh, Cook is located in Brampton, Ontario, Canada, and they Jamaican owned company and they use Jamaican produce to make all their products. So they have like jerk sauce, jerk spice, jerk marinade, all of these things. And if you use the I am sure sports 001 code, you'll get a 25% discount. Just shop at www.tricknickcooks.ca to get that discount. Right. So we have had a long day. We had an interview with Roderick Reed, former national footballer. Then we saw Kyle Bartley, a future reggae boy, and his sister, Christian, sorry, Kyle Brathwaite, future reggae boy who will be going on trials in the La Liga at Real Sociedad. Then we interviewed his younger sister, Christian Brathwaite, who is a great 16-year-old who wants to represent Jamaica at the U17, U20, and in the senior team. And now we have a next interview. This is a young lady, uh, a great, good footballer, right? And we're going to speak to her. Her name is Avery Johnson, right? I know an Avery Johnson. The Avery Johnson I know used to play basketball for the San Antonio Spurs. Very good point guard, and so I suspect she has the same distributing skills with the football as Avery Johnson did as a point guard, right? So we're gonna have her on. So come on, please join the stream. I did invite all of you who are over on the last platform to come over and join us for this interview. Show her some Jamaican love. So once you come on, you have to hit the like button, right? You have to hit the like button, and if you have not, please subscribe to the channel. That's how the channel grows. You can't have these great footballers joining and you don't hit the like button over 100 times, right? But it's not about me. It's all about her and her footballing exploits and skills. And so I'm going to stop talking and allow her to do all the talking. So in the right hand corner, coming in at a massive weight of 95 pounds, the great, the skill, the magnificent, the high IQ footballer, the lady who passes it well, she dribbles it well, she shoots well, and she's good headed into the back of the net, is none other than soon to be Jamaican reggae girl, Avery Johnson. Can I get a drum roll? Ding, 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 ding. Now here you go. All right.
Thank you.
Avery, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. Good to have you today. Good to have you today.
Thank
How
you
you
so much
did?
for having me.
You are most welcome. And I want to say a big thank you to your mom, Landra, who has been very instrumental in
Yeah.
arranging all of this. She has been on me and saying that we need to get this done. What time is it? Can I get the time? So that's awesome.
Yes.
So big thank you to your mom and stuff. All right. So yeah, man. So we want to begin, with you telling us a little bit about you. You can share with our guests your full name, your age, what you're doing, what school you're at, what academy you're in, what position you play, and then we will go from there.
I'm Avery Faye Johnson. I am 14 years old. My birthday is actually in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I attend Charlotte Country Day School. I'm a freshman, so in ninth grade in high school, and I play for Charlotte Development Academy, which is a relatively new club here in North Carolina. I have been playing attacking mid for basically my whole life. I've been playing since I was about 3, so about 10, 11 years of experience under my belt. But I've been playing attacking mid for my whole life, basically. I was introduced to forward this season. I've really enjoyed it. And really, as long as I'm, attacking, creating goals, I'm happy.
All right. What's the most goals you have scored in any one competition?
In one game or one season?
One season, yeah, one season.
One season, I think is 21 goals, if I'm
Wow,
correct.
21 goals.
Yes, I
How,
believe.
how many games did you have in that season?
I think we had 10
Okay.
games.
So that's like two goals per game.
Yeah, 2 or 3 goals
All
per
right.
game. Yes.
All right. So are you more a creator or a scorer, or you're both?
I think I'm more of both, but I think some of my strengths help me with creating. I can obviously finish, but I think my strengths more speak to the creative side and helping those players get their chance in front of the goal. So I
All
think
right.
more of the creative side.
Cool. So are you I mean, are you tall, a tall player, a tall slender player? Are you short and very skillful? Are you like a Cristiano Ronaldo tall, or a Lionel Messi, shorter kind of skill player?
I think I'm a Lionel Messi. I'm short, but I think
Okay.
I'm very powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So who do you say you liken your game to on the male side, and then you can tell me on the female side. If there's one player out there on the male side that you say, you know what, when you look at that player, that's me. Or maybe a female player.
For the men's side, I watch a lot of Premier League soccer, but I would say Marcus Rashford, his technical skills in small spaces are like none I've ever seen. He's just so composed on the ball and always he just looks like he's in control all the time, never looks flustered or panicked or anything. And not only that, but outside of being on the field, he speaks out against racism and helps by donating to charities around the world and helps kids in England, which I just think is so just great and inspirational. On the women's side, it's pretty easy. Bunny Shaw.
Oh,
I met her a few times in the past couple of years, and she's actually the only player that I have their player jersey that I got.
What? I can't believe you have that.
Yes.
That's a Manchester City
Yes.
number 21 body shot. She just moved.
that is awesome. So has
Yes.
she signed it yet?
She has not signed it yet. I got it very recently.
Okay.
Very hard to get, but I got it very recently.
Whoa, whoa. So do you support Manchester City, or you support Arsenal?
Manchester City. I'm sorry. Manchester
No,
City.
no. Or do you support Bunny Shaw? Maybe
Bunny Shaw,
you
yes.
support Bunny Shaw. Okay, but that is awesome. Well, she's in your neck of the woods right now because the Jamaica national team, and I'm very sure Ruthann can get you hooked up with that autograph
That
or
would
that
be
signature
great.
on it. So but that is awesome. So how do you balance, before we get into you playing for Jamaica and all that? How do you balance your schoolwork and playing soccer?
I make sure, obviously, school comes first. That's what it should be. In my mind, it's a little bit more of soccer, but I always make sure I look ahead a lot. I think I'm a very forward thinker. So I look ahead in terms of my schoolwork and seeing what can I get done early so that I have more time, after school to go out, train and get an extra run in. And also make sure I'm recovering before I have, those big game days, which are all important. So I just kind of make sure I think ahead and try to get as much done as possible ahead of time so that I can make time for the other things I want to do, like training and getting extra runs in and stuff like that.
Okay, okay. So how you're in an academy? How often is training? Is it every day, just set days, and how many hours do you spend training?
We train 4 times a week. It's 4 times and then 3 times, so it alternates. Um, Practices are an hour and 15, but usually go over by up to like an hour and a half. And I also train. I do workouts. Like I have a personal trainer to help with my fitness and just
Wow.
conditioning that I work with on Wednesdays and some Fridays. And I have a speed and agility trainer that I work with on Thursdays. And I also, during the off season, have a personal soccer trainer that I work with
Well,
on like my skills and touches and shooting and
so you're in an academy, you
hmm
have a personal trainer for physical conditioning,
yes,
and then you have a personal soccer trainer to help with your skills in the summertime.
yes,
You take this very serious.
I do. It's been a part of my life for longer than I can remember. So I just love it. I love training, which some people are like, why would you like training more than practice or training more than a game? But I think training, like if you train well and train in a game environment, then the game is
Easier.
relatively easy
Easier.
because you get all those things down in practice and the game just, kind of comes naturally and you get to have more fun in the games.
Okay. So how do you rate your technical ability compared to other players your age? I mean, with one being the lowest and 10 being the highest, where would you think right now in terms of your technical skills, meaning your ability to control and pass and dribble, head the ball, those things?
I think I would say maybe I'm biased, but maybe like an 8 or 9. Just I love technical. Like when we do technical at practices, it's one of my favorite things to do. I love being on the ball alone by myself and just working. And I would say I'm not afraid to, get up and head the ball or go through that tackle or make that risky pass. But I think I can improve on using my left foot a little bit more. I'm pretty strongly right foot dominated. So I
Okay.
think using my left foot and incorporating it more is something that I'm still working on, but I think I've improved a lot over the past few
Yeah.
years.
See, I have persons in here. They're listening to you speak. This is Formula Sport. He's one of the vloggers here doing a great work in terms of Jamaica. And we also have Chris, the sports guy. He's an ex-vlogger covering sporting content. But Formula is saying that his eyes are wide open. He doesn't believe that you are 14. So
He's
I'll get her mom to come and verify that she's actually telling the truth. So tell me now about, I mean, your desire to represent Jamaica. How did that come about? What is the connection? And I mean, you're so good. I mean, why not? I mean, the United States is the number one a female team in the world, and they have been that for a while. At
Mhm.
Jamaica, we qualified for a first World Cup in 2019, I think it was played, and so the next one is 2023. And so, I mean, why why Jamaica? Tell us about that. Your connection to Jamaica and why you're opting to represent Jamaica.
So my connection to Jamaica is that my grandmother Faye Clark, who it's actually named after, was from Harborview, which is right outside of Kingston, and my grandfather Horace Johnson is from St. Anne's Parish, and we have
Saint
so
Saint Anne.
yes,
I mean Saint Anne. Look
a
at that.
small world it
Small
is.
world. Ah,
Yes.
awesome.
So we have a lot of family that's still there, cousins. We've been over several times for weddings, vacations. My family is actually planning to visit in April of 2022 for a mission trip we're taking. I cannot
Oh,
wait for that. I'm so excited to be back there. Um, why I want to play for Jamaica? Three main reasons. One, my first reason, as a young female soccer player, I think it crazy to not want to play for the Reggae girls. Like you said, they qualified for their first World
World
Cup
Cup,
in
right?
2019. I think that's maybe the most inspiring thing that a team can do is kind of defy the odds of not being supported for so long and come up and be, as you said, along some of the best, the US women's national team. And they're right up with them, challenging to every ball to the last minute. I just think that is the most inspiring thing, and I would love to be a part of that. My second reason is because part of the foundation of my family is rooted in Jamaica, and it would just be an honor to represent that. And finally, if the coaches like me and they think I'm good enough, I just want to help the Reggae girls win. When you
Yeah.
win, you attract positive attention and eyeballs from around the world. And not only does that benefit the Reggae girls, it also benefits the country of Jamaica And then in an even bigger picture, it just benefits the women's game. And my one true wish and goal and dream is to positively impact the women's game of soccer. And I feel like this is one of the best opportunities and ways to do so.
Listen, when people when people hear this, they're not going to believe. Like if they don't see your face, they're not going to believe that you're 14. That that was very, very well said. Like I
Thank
said, we are
you.
sending this video to the persons in the federation, and I know that there is a reaching out and there's contact being made. But say they call you up and say, listen, we're having a camp. We want you to represent Jamaica. Do you have the requisite documentation to represent Jamaica, or are you in the process of getting those things?
Yes, it was imperative to me to make sure I have my citizenship. So we have my Jamaican citizenship, and my passport is, I believe, on its way, if I'm correct. Obviously, it's a little backed
Awesome.
up, but
People
yes,
didn't
it is
hear
on
that.
its way. I have my documents of citizenship. Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So you are good and ready to go. People, you hear that? One
Yes.
more excellent young footballer. She already has her citizenship. She already has her documentation, her passport. That is so. Call her up. We don't want the United States to come sniffing around and snatch her out of her hands. So Mr. Xavier Gilbert and Rudolph Speed and Mr. Ricketts and Mr. all the people. I mean, um, Hugh Busby, the coach of the female team, call them up, get them into the national program right now. I mean, but what is your dream club like? Like where do you're 14 now. In 10 years time, maybe, well, not 10 years because this is football. When you're 19, where would you love to be playing? Do you want to at that time be in college playing and move from there, or you just want to go pro? I mean, at any particular age, or you want to get your degree first and get those things in place and then go pro? How are you planning to
Well,
to
I actually play up on the U19 team for my club, so I'm
You're
pretty
playing
familiar.
U19?
Yes, I play
Oh,
U19.
wow.
Yes. So I'm pretty familiar with, I love playing against older players because I feel like they have, which is justified at times, a little bit of an ego, and they kind of look down and if you're younger and you're trying to play with them. But I think that's one of my favorite things is to play with players that are older than me because I just love going right up against them and challenging them. But I want to play in college. My top college right now is University of Virginia. Um,
Okay.
my parents both went there. They're number two, I believe, ranked in the ACC right now. I just love them. I love them. So that is my number one college right now. Obviously, that can change, but pretty locked in there. Um, and in a few years, my club would probably be,
Tell
let's
me
see.
Arsenal.
See, I'm not an Arsenal fan.
Oh my
I would
God.
probably say
Listen,
Man City or
what?
Man United. I'm
Man,
sorry.
I can't
I'm
believe
sorry.
all right, I'm going to end this interview. This is not a good day.
I'm
I've, in,
sorry.
I've interviewed 4 persons today, and none of these 4 persons support Arsenal. This is not good.
I'm sorry.
Do you support Manchester City or it's Bunny Shaw?
I would so Bunny Shaw, obviously Bunny Shaw, Bunny Shaw.
Okay. All right, but that's good though. They are good clubs. They're just not as good as Arsenal. But
Okay.
okay. So you want to go to University of Virginia? All right. What do you want to study? I mean, because outside of football, what do you want to have your degree in? Your first degree?
I think I don't know exactly, but I love finance, something in the finance world. I love math. Math is my favorite subject in school, but I also really like communications. And for finance, it's not too much math that I would get overwhelmed, but I feel like it's enough that I still got, little dabbles here and there. But also maybe something in the communications. I love talking and public speaking and, maybe not a reporter, but I love writing and I love talking. which
Right. So you
can
will
be an
get that
issue at
degree.
times, but
Yeah, you'll get that degree and then play some years in football, and maybe you'll be working on Sky Sports,
yeah.
talking about football, or probably ESPN or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I really, 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 really can't wait. Um, really can't wait to see you wearing the black, green, and the gold. I'd love to see that. I mean, I know me every time I get her name wrong, she gives me trouble. Mia, Mia. You see,
Mia.
always Mia. She's
Mia.
going to. She's not going like that. I can't just imagine you, her, and Christian just playing together with all the other talent that we have. How
Hmm.
good that Jamaican national team would look, and that when Bonnie Shaw is gone, we have a next generation of excellent talent,
Hmm.
great talent coming through. So the legacy keeps going on and on and on. And I like the way you are dedicated to the game itself. That you have personal trainer to work on your physical conditioning, personal trainer to work on your technical ability. And with that kind of an investment, I only see things going up for you. And I'm so happy for that. My co-host on the show is Jay Taylor. He's a
Thank you so
Jamaican.
much, by the way.
Yeah, you are welcome. And listen, I want to thank your parents. I always said it's like, listen, when you see great kids, check their parents.
Yes.
Like great parents, they may not be as individuals. They may have their the issues like we all do. But when you
Hmm.
see great kids, you always see great parents. Great parents. And so we have Jay Taylor. Jay Taylor is a Jamaican living over there in Denmark, but he follows football a whole lot. And so I'm going to have him come on. He normally listens, and the questions that I miss out, he comes on and shows me up, and he asks the better questions. So let's
Yeah.
go. Because
I
I mean, you're too brilliant. I don't know what kind of hard question to give you, so you're just answering everything. So he's going to challenge you a little bit more. So let's
Thank
hear
you.
it.
Yes, let's just ask her how many countries are in the world. Well, we won't do that. We won't get into that.
Okay.
Um, Good afternoon, Avery. Just a few questions. Won't hold you too long. What separates you from your peers as a young footballer?
I think my leadership on the field, I tend to be a pretty vocal player, and it tends to always be positive. Obviously sometimes frustration kicks in, but I
Hmm.
think I'm very outspoken when trying to encourage my teammates, better touches, play that into space next time, and just kind of keeping my team in the game, even if despite the results or what's going on in that moment. Like if we're down by 2 going into halftime, I just always try and make sure I keep my teammates positive, and
Positive.
keep their heads up
Okay.
high.
Yes, and I'm quite surprised that you'd want to go to Virginia after having so many good football schools in your region, like the Wake Forest, the NC, the
Hmm.
Clemson, the Dukes. But how is your family structure? Like, what's your support structure like around football? Are you getting a full?
Well, I have two great parents, my mom and
Okay,
my dad, who I love
okay.
dearly. I also have an older brother who is currently 17. I have my grandparents that live just 5 minutes away. I also
Hmm.
have my aunt who lives 5 minutes away. My
Okay.
family's on my dad's side is pretty spread out around the United States. We have family in Atlanta, Connecticut. We also have family in Alabama, Jamaica, obviously. So
Mhm.
we're pretty spread out,
Everywhere.
but I have soccer is very deeply rooted into my family, especially on my dad's side.
Okay, as Manny, we told Christian earlier that if she's gonna play for Jamaica, you can no longer say
Oh
soccer,
yeah,
football,
football.
football. No, it's okay. We won't bust your, we won't hold you to that. I know you're in your teen years right now, and this is where people are exploring friends, going out, doing things. How do you balance that your social life and football? Because we know football, you get out what you put in. So how do
Mhm.
you balance those things?
Well, I tend to be a less social person. I
Okay.
love talking to my friends, but in terms of hanging out, I do that a little less. I think now that I'm in high school, I've been doing it a little bit more, just having a little bit more freedom. But I make sure that if I need to train, I'm going to miss, a party or miss
Yes.
going to dinner with someone that, because I can, go out to dinner with them the next night if I don't have training.
Mm.
Whereas with training, you got to get it while you can,
Yeah.
because,
Yes. Yes.
weather and time and other things come into play. So you get it while you can and focus on the things that you can do more regularly later. That's mine.
Okay. And so in your you're in high school or
Mhm.
yes, are you play explain to us a little bit. Are you playing varsity or JV or what are you what level are you playing right now?
Our season is actually in the spring, so we
Okay.
haven't started yet, and it's my first year in high school. But I
Okay.
am going out for varsity. I have very high expectations for myself.
Mhm.
But yes, I'm going out for varsity. I'm praying that I make it. I think I have a pretty good chance of making it. But yes, varsity is the goal.
Okay, Manage. I have a few more questions, but I'll let you.
No,
Uh,
man, go ahead, man. Go ahead, and then
yes. So, as far as what was your? Oh, so you spoke about you had what 24 goals in? It was it in one season?
21 goals
21.
in 10
Goals
games in the
in
course of
it.
one season. Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. Was that in high school or that's in club? Or you playing
Academy.
travel
I think it's.
football or academy or?
It was in school soccer.
Oh,
Okay, it's school. So you're in so your most of your football development right now is in high school.
I would say most of it is in my club because
Okay.
I played for the same club since I was like 5 or 6 years old. So I've
Yes.
grown up in a club, and I think I've developed more there. And I think, especially outside of my club, like with my trainer, who I've been also working for since I was, I think, 8, if I am correct.
Yeah.
So I've kind of grown up with that trainer, and he's helped me maybe more than my club at times because
Mm-hmm.
it's really focused and just focusing on me. Whereas in a club, you're focusing on,
yeah.
12,
Yeah.
13,
Here's
15
a good
players.
question I want to ask you. How is it? Because I used to play soccer, and part of the challenge was you have one person in your club teaching you, but it is different from what you're learning
Mm-hmm.
in the school system,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have a personal coach. He's teaching you stuff, and sometimes those three things collide.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, how are you able to deal with that if what your personal coach is saying is different from what your high school coach is or your academic coach is? Like, yeah, who do you work? Yeah, how does that work for you?
That's a great question. I think for me, it sort of has worked out in that they're all kind of at times focusing on different aspects of the game. So for my club, it's more like tactical and working on my movement, and then some, things with my technique. And then I have my
Mm.
trainer, which is more focused on my technique and a
Okay.
little bit of movement, but mainly on my technique and my passing and my footwork. And then my high school and school coaches are kind of a bit of a combination, but we're more just working on playing as a collective team.
Okay,
So
so
it kind
also,
of balanced itself out on its own.
all right, someone is asking because you said that you're attacking midfielder. What now they call it? A cam, central attacking midfielder. That's the new term in
Yeah.
football. Really, what do you call it now? A number 10.
Yes.
Yes.
You're a number 10. So that's the number you wear?
I unfortunately did not get number 10. Very unfortunately. I had it when I was younger, but then it got taken and I haven't gotten
What?
it back yet.
why
Yes.
why was
No.
the number 10 taken?
I moved up an age group, and on that age group there was already
They
someone that had
had
number
number
10,
10.
so I couldn't get it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, main motion students asking, what is the most assists you've gotten in any one season?
Season.
The most assists. I don't keep track. Oh, I've never personally counted. I'm sure I can find it.
the,
It's
the,
You only keep track of your goals.
No
That's right.
stress,
I
no
mean,
stress, no stress,
No, that's right.
no
Yeah.
stress. This is a
I
tough question. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, as a midfielder, I think assists are like very like most important in my opinion. And I think as a
Mhm.
forward, you're more of a goal scorer, but not to say that those can't interchange.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So this is probably a tougher question. Like as Manins said that hopefully in the next few years you're on the world stage representing either Jamaica or some major club.
No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Eh,
Not in a few years. All right. When the next
Okay.
under 17 competition is being played, she's going to be representing Jamaica, my brother.
Yeah.
That is the plan. That this is part of the plan. To,
Okay.
at the under 17 tournament next year, that she's wearing the black, green,
Green
and the
and
gold.
gold. Yeah.
Not in a few years. Next year for the other 17. That is the
Yes.
plan.
Yes,
Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask her a tougher question since she's so articulate and she's doing a great job. So as far as the women's game, how do you see what are some of the things that you think you would like to see change and how would you impact that change in a positive way?
I think from my view, I think keeping the ball and focusing more on possession. I feel like in the
Okay.
women's game, when I watch a lot of games, they're obviously keeping the ball, but I feel like they're forcing it forward a lot more,
Okay.
which when where I've played, it's more possession based, and that's kind of what we focus on. And I feel like they focus on possession, and then they focus on going forward and keeping possession is almost like a second thought.
Yes.
Whereas I think about it as you keep possession and you keep it so that you can go forward due to keeping it. If that makes does that make
Is
sense?
that build up? You want to do more build up play?
Yes, more build up instead of getting it and
Mhm.
can't breaking through, so making a long ball.
Okay. Final question. How do you? What are some of the things that you're doing to prepare yourself mentally for this new challenge? As you know, international football is a little bit more, hostile. I would say you're going to be playing against girls your age, but are way more advanced.
Yeah.
How are you preparing yourself mentally and physically for that next challenge?
I think mental health is a big aspect. I think, especially in women's soccer, since we're still kind of gaining our respect in the aspect of women's soccer. So I think mentally, just when I feel really overwhelmed, kind of taking a step back and realizing that, or when I have a hard day, let's say at practice, taking a step back and reflecting on the fact that we're not focused. I need to focus on where I am going and what my
Mm,
goals are instead of
mm,
like maybe the funk I'm in right now. And I think
mm,
taking, some off days, if I've been going at trainings and going out schoolwork for, 2, 3 weeks, taking
mm,
maybe a day or two, just, hang out with my friends, kind of clear my mind.
mhm, mhm.
So that's for the mental side. Physically, I try to have at least one recovery day per week. It tends to be a Friday, end of the week going into game day. I do cryotherapy, which is
Okay.
like when you get into that really cold chamber. Do you guys know that?
Yes,
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 yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
So I
Great.
do
Not
cryotherapy.
that we are going to get into the very cool chamber, but we know what it is. That's what.
Yeah, yes, yes, a very.
Yes, so I do cryotherapy, and I also have a massage therapist that I work with, and really gets my legs loose. Also, just stretching before and after practices, making sure I get in a good stretch. Outside of the normally permitted club stretching. Um, and yeah, I think
Manage.
that's about it.
Let me just I have to just finish it off with this because she said as based on when you enter a new team there is a lot of different personalities in the
Mhm.
team and different age groups. How do you think your personality equips you to just fit in like any team and hit the ground running?
I love this question. I think my personality is. I think I'm more the person that lightens up a very tense situation.
Yes.
I think I crack jokes, but I've gotten very good at knowing when I'm able to crack those jokes. And so if we're all very quiet and tense, I kind of say something and just get everyone, laughing and like talking about something. Because especially joining a new team on such a high level, everyone's very tense and they're like, I want to like kill you right now. I'm trying to win. And I just try and lighten it up with some, lightheartedness. But I think I can also be very serious when I'm on the field. So I think just bringing light to a tense situation is probably one of my biggest parts of my personality.
Thank you.
All right, Avery. Listen, this was so good. Listen, you're very articulate.
Thank you.
You are not playing professional football, but the things, the kind of systems and structures you have in your life speak of professionalism. If someone were to remove the video and listen to how you deal with your training, the kind of personnel involved in it, they would think like this is a WLS player, a professional, a senior player playing. And that is good. So, what it means, because of that, it makes you uh, able to fit in whatever system. And I want to encourage you to keep working hard. There are always other areas to develop and grow in. You're on the right path. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you in the Jamaican colors. I really really want, like, and I tell you, one of my joy of doing this is my kids can can represent the United States and Jamaica. All right. And many times there's this conflict in our nation, even now, about people born here and born elsewhere. All right. And so I am happy that you are doing this now when you are 14 and talented, because there's a sentiment in our nation that a lot of times these persons wait until they're not on the female side per se, on the male side they wait until America says no to them, and then Jamaica becomes plan B.
Yeah.
When I see persons like you, Avery and Mia and Christian, who are making Jamaica plan A, it does well, because I think when you three come into our system, it will make our younger players or other Jamaican who don't have the kind of professional setting that you have, it will challenge them when you bring that level of professionalism, how often you train, how you conduct yourself, how you interview, all of those things. I think it's a breath of fresh air, and it is needed not just for us to win games as a nation, but for us to change how we approach the female sport. That our young footballers here, many of them are not playing any football now. A lot of the things you say they could be doing on their own. You're 14-year-old and you have a personal trainer to help with your physical conditioning. You're 14-year-old and you have someone helping you with your technical skills in the off season. In the off season, right? And so I am so happy to hear this, and all I can say is that you are an example, and I hope that other youngsters, other young female footballers in Jamaica will hear this, and even some of the young men will hear this and begin to do some of these things. Listen, most of our footballers don't know about what we call it, the ice bath, right? The ice therapy. That's what we call it. We don't call it the big name. We call it the ice bath.
Yeah.
Right. We don't do that until we get into the Premier League, which is the highest level of football. You are 14, and that is something that you are doing. So I think these things really inspire, provide inspiration. I'm telling you, yeah, I am telling you, it really, 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 really is a blessing to hear. And I mean, persons can't believe that you're 14,
Thank you
right?
so much.
He's correcting me. He likes to do this, right? He's one of my mother. He's chiro, chirotherapy. Shaka, why you have to do that, Shaka? Why you have to do that?
Chirotherapy.
Right. But yeah, I mean, awesome, awesome. And we're looking forward. I hope you are in the training squad that is going to be called up. I hope everything works out, because for the under 17 tournament early next year. I want to see you on my television,
Thank
right?
you.
The last competition we were in was the under 20s that we missed out on goal difference when we had Jody Brown. That was last year, I believe.
Hmm.
I think we played it in the pandemic and we weren't able to get all the players, and most of them weren't training. So I hope you guys make up for the failure that time around and really, let the black, green, and gold shine brightly and brightly and brightly and brightly and brighter and brighter and brighter and
Thank you
brighter.
so much.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to thank your mother and your family and your whole family, because it is this is it if you never had the right
Family.
systems and
Yeah.
family around you, you wouldn't be able to be where you are. And I'm glad
Hmm.
that I know how it is. Listen, when my kids go to play football, listen, I am there, and I know your parents are always there. I'm also glad that I'm in St. Anne and you have some connections in St. Anne. I hope that when you're here for the mission trip, I get to see you, and I get to see you. I remember a few years ago when me and those guys came, and Bonnie Shaw came with them, that they played against like Lacey and Murray, who is part of the under 23s
Hmm.
at the field, and that was just a big thing to see them playing, and the Jamaican girls, well, they played against some younger boys and some girls, and
Hmm.
they couldn't believe that. Hold on, because in their heads, oh, these guys from American mission trip, they can really play football. So I'm looking for that, look forward to that happening again, Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, you have many fans already. They want to know how they can follow you, how they can um you know how they can check up on what is going on with you, when they can see your games. So I don't know if your mom or your dad has the links to your game, or there's an Instagram that they can follow to check up, all the highlights on your games and stuff like that. So tell them, how they can follow you when you're playing your games.
Um, my mom has the links. You can follow me on Instagram. That would be nice.
All right, there you go. So
Gosh.
people, you can follow her on Instagram, and then uh, we will work out the links thing in terms of you watching
Yes,
game. But tell
we
them how.
have the links to my games, like they're recorded, and we have the links to them that my mom can like send to you, and you can translate it, or I can put it on my Instagram if people want to go
Yeah.
there.
Right, right.
Uh,
Because what I can do is, once I get a couple of the links, I can also plug them in the description for the video for persons to go
okay,
there.
yeah.
But they can check your Instagram, so you can tell them what that is, so they can. So Jamaicans, right? They're very crazy,
Mhm.
like not crazy bad, but crazy good, right? So when they see like new footballers like coming into the country, like they follow their every move. I said
Mhm.
that to Christian and to Kyle earlier. They're gonna follow your every move, and they're gonna tell everybody, "Hey, she's Jamaican. Hey, she's
Mhm.
right." So let them know how they can follow you and follow your career as you continue to play football.
I have a soccer Instagram account that
Yeah.
or football Instagram account that I'm working
Yeah.
on
Yeah, yeah,
increasing.
football, yeah, no soccer.
Yes. I think it's AJ got goals 25. I'll send it to you so you can put it in the description.
A J
Got
GOT
GOT, yes.
GOALS.
GOALZ, I believe.
B
Oh, S. Yes.
S AJ got goals
25? No, just
25.
that. Just that.
All right. So let me see if I can punch that in right there. Let me see. There you go, people. AJ got goals 25. So you check that out, and you'll see all the football stuff
Yes, we're in
on
the process of,
Average.
getting it all
Yeah.
out there.
Right. So listen, remember, if you remember very well, Avery Johnson was a top, 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 top. I don't know how your parents came up with this. They were San Antonio Spurs fans. How did they tell me, how did you come up with this name? Because 14 years ago he was a star point guard in the NBA. So tell me about that. Who is the NBA fan? Who is the Spurs fan in the house?
No one. Sorry
What?
to break it. No one.
So it just happened by chance
Yes, I
that
guess it did.
you chose a name that is named after your grandmother, right?
Yes, my middle name is named after my grandmother.
Or your
Yes.
middle name. Ah,
Yes.
Oh, somebody just said, you see, they start checking the page already. You know what they just
Nothing.
said? Nothing on
We're
that
working
page.
on it. I promise you, we're working on it. You can follow my personal if you want. I
Yeah.
post, some things about my games, maybe.
Okay, so I'm telling you, they're going to flood your Instagram,
I
and
can
you,
see
you
that.
and you're gonna have to put your Jamaican flag on it. Because they're gonna say, listen, she don't have a Jamaican flag on it.
Mm-hmm.
Why she don't have I'm telling you what they're going to do, right? So okay. But yeah, so the Avery Johnson just came up because your parents just came up with that name out of the blues, and it so happened to be that there was an next Avery Johnson.
Yeah.
I would like to hear that story from your mother though. Yeah.
Yes. Another
Maybe
question, Manning's about just a quick question about you kind of touched on it earlier about your position. You say you play attacking midfield, right?
Yes, I play attacking midfield. Yes.
And you've been experimenting this last season with playing striker. Which one
Yes.
of those positions you feel like best suits your style of play?
I think attacking midfielder just because it's more involved. I feel like as forward, you're kind of, at least in my games, you're up there just kind of almost waiting for someone to play a ball up to you to then do something. Whereas
Okay.
when you're playing in the midfield, you're in the middle of the field. So you're always involved defensively or attacking.
Okay, so you rather play. That's your natural position.
Yes.
What if when you enter the Jamaican team, you are asked to play another position? Would you be okay with that?
I'm fine. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If you guys,
So,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right, man.
all right, there you go. So all right, so people, thank you so much for joining again. Avery, anything? I mean, you said what's your Instagram handle so they can check that, and then you can probably put the clips for the football and that as well if you want, so they
Mm-hmm.
can see them. So what's the Instagram handle that they can check? Or just
You
use the
can check.
AJ got goals 25.
Yes,
That's the one
that's
you're
the one we're
working on.
working on.
Okay.
I have an Instagram that I post, things about my club and
Okay.
games.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You want to give them that one because
Oh
it's
yeah,
up to
sure.
you. Okay, go
It's
ahead.
AVERYY, so two Y's, and then underscore
Yeah.
JOHNSONN, so two N's.
AHO.
JOHN,
Oh, Johnson.
yes, with two N's.
At underscore Johnson.
And let's
So
see the results.
it's Avery underscore Johnson.
Okay.
Okay, don't remember? That's it?
Yes, so AVER,
Oh,
two Y's.
okay, and Johnson. Okay, I thought there was more to it. Okay.
Oh no, that's it.
They're just giving you a problem asking if you'd even play goalkeeper.
Sure, if you really want me to.
All right. Well, people, there you go. Where's Landra? Come and just tell your mom to just come and say hi,
Here.
Jamaica. Yeah. You need to come and say hi, Jamaica.
Mommy's hiding.
Yeah, she's the one this is where all the football gifting
Yes.
came from. This is where the footballing gift come from. Just
Hello,
wave your
Mom.
Hi
hand.
there,
This is
Omar.
Johnson.
Thank you so much for your
You are
time. We really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. And you're gonna have to keep me up to date with Avery games and with her progress and stuff. And like I said, we're looking forward to her being a part of the next call up, which is in November, going into December for the tournament in January. Well,
Yes.
next year, I don't know exactly when the tournament will be, but it will be early next year. We're really looking forward to seeing her playing. But keep on doing what they're doing. You see, they went over there already. Let me tell you, these people that account has a Jamaica flag. You see
Yes,
that?
it does. I'm
It does,
Jamaican.
yeah.
Oh, God.
There
Thank you so
go.
much for the way you're supporting these girls and the women's game and, these young players who are aspiring to do great things. So just all
Yeah.
that support, it really, I don't think you realize how much it means to young players. You're just being so complimentary and supportive and giving her a platform to express herself and the other
Yeah.
girls. And it really, really means a lot. So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Listen, and like this is the longest interview we have done with a female so far.
Oh, wow.
Mia wasn't
Well,
long,
she
and
said
Chris
she liked to talk.
talk.
She's a
Yeah,
talker.
exactly. Maybe one of these days when she get big, she's going to call me. How are you doing? And I'm going to be like that little old vlogger used to be back in 2021 when she's big and all there. But thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm glad to also know that your family, part of the family, is from
Yes,
St.
yes.
Anne, which is where I reside when I'm here
Mm.
in Jamaica. So I'm so grateful. You have raised a good child. I mean, you
Thank
hear
you.
that in the way she speaks, and how she carries herself. And I tell people, when you see great kids, check the parents. It just don't happen by coincidence. It's by intentional planning and working, and it is
That's so
having,
kind of you. Thank
yeah,
you.
and giving your kids the courage to do what they want to do, and not, because I faced that in my childhood. My parents had me do university to do something that I haven't actually done because I
Yes.
thought, right. And so I'm glad when parent, and I've learned that with my boys. I said, listen, do what you love doing, and guess what, if you do what you love doing, it will turn around and be a blessing to you. Do what you love doing. What is it that you do?
Absolutely.
What you love doing, and people pay you for doing it. And so, all the best. We'll be praying for you. Can't wait to see you in the black, green, and gold. All right.
Thank
Thank
And
you.
you.
yeah,
And we
and
look forward to seeing you in person when we're down in April. We want
in
we want to
April,
come see you.
right? But you
Yes.
know what? I'm always in South Carolina, and I mean with
What? Okay.
Ruth, and I
Well,
don't
next
know.
time
I
you're in
mean, I was in
Carolina,
Gray,
then we'll see you
right?
then.
At in Gray with oh geez, at Res with, oh geez, Bradley Cox and those guys, always with them.
Yes.
But next time we
Okay.
will come over to
We look forward
N
to
to
it.
the great NC to see you guys. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day and say hi to the rest of the family.
Will
Thank you
do.
And
so
Thank you.
much.
yeah, man. All right. Blessings. All right. There you have it, people. Avery Johnson. I mean, 14-year-old, big star. Big star. Right. So look out for her. Look out for her. You heard earlier today, you heard from Christian. Look out for Avery. Look out for Christian.
Mhm.
They are future of Jamaica's football on the female side.
Yes.
I can't wait to see them donning the Jamaican colors. We also want to thank you, JT, for joining and being a part of this with me. I always appreciate your company. Thanks to all the persons in the comment section. Listen, we want to grow the channel. I mean, this is a lot of work. This is like 4 interviews in one day. I really hope you're liking the
Record.
I hope you're really liking the videos, right? We have a big one planned for tomorrow with Lenny Hyde coming on to speak. So please like the video. That is how we know that the content is having an impact, so we can do more. Right? We don't have super chats, so we're not earning. We're doing this because we love it. And so please just please like the videos, get the subscriptions up, and we really appreciate that. Thanks to all the other persons who are vloggers who came off their channel to support this. The Formula, Coach's Desk, Sports Down the Middle, Ryan LFC, I Max It. Also, Simon Preston at Reggae Boy commentary, Fort Official, Dre Any Weather. Who am I missing out? Oh, geez, who am I missing out? Listen, who am I missing out? Chris, the sports guy, or unseen sport. There are so many of you, and if I've missed out any, please. It's just that I just forgot, right? And so don't be too hard on me. Thanks to our sponsors, Tricknick. Remember, you can get 25% discount on all Tricknick products if you use the code I am sure sports001. You get 25% discount. Check them out at www.tricknick.ca, tricknickcook.ca. Coach means the man at the coach's desk. And so blessings. And yes, Ted Lee, how can I forget Ted Lee? I'm telling you, when you call names, you always forget. So all of these guys are doing great work. Again, thanks to you, JT, for always being here, holding down the fort with me. Really appreciate it. We're going to just give you, let me share with you our
18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce. Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.